Hello guys, Sableye. So today we're going to be doing a competitive moveset type video on Zeraora. Zeraora did drop today on July 1st, so this video is going to be coming out on the 2nd because I just wanted to kind of test it out, see what it does, stuff like that. So I thought it would be cool to share with you guys what I've learned and talk about Zeraora's effect on the meta, the effect it will have on electric, and the type of sets that you'll expect to see people using, like the best sets to use on Zeraora. So first, we look at its typing, pure electric type, so fighting will not get access to Zeraora, because I was hoping this thing, looking at its design and everything, that it would be electric fighting, which would be really cool, because it does get access to close combat, and that is a type, normal is a type that electric does struggle a lot with, so having a stab fighting move, which it does get close combat as I said, so if it had stab close combat, that would be really, really cool, though. Even without stab, it's still really good in that matchup. Look at its typing, gets Volt Absorb, which pairs with its exclusive move, Plasma Fist, which puts the Ion Deluge effect after it's used. So moves like Frustration, Roar, stuff like that will turn into an electric type move and heals Zeraora, which is really cool. It's not really that effective in singles, but it's a cool move nonetheless. Yeah, so let's talk about its stats. It has decent HP at 88, but with its defenses of 75 and 80, it's not really the best, though this mon is really fast at base 143 speed. 143 outspeeds mons like Lopunny, Manectric, stuff like that. Doesn't outspeed base 80s, but the only relevant base 80s are Togekiss and Gardevoir, which aren't really ran at all. Does get access to Iron Tail, so it can hit a Scarfbulu with that because it will outspeed. I think it's about a mid-roll to actually kill with Iron Tail, so it's not like they're going to be switching into you if anything. And if they don't go into Bulu, then they're going to Klefki and they risk taking a Plasma Fist to the face, which is like really going to hurt. So we look at its move pool. It has a good enough move pool for what it's trying to do, which is, you know, spam attacks in terrain, be a good physical attacker. Does get access to Bulk Up, Calm Mind, Hone Claws, and Work Up. Doesn't get Swords Dance, unfortunately, but I think if it got SD, it'd probably be broken. Because +2 Plasma Fist, Z Plasma Fist is going to destroy anything, especially with Plasma Fist being such a high base power move at base 100. So we can just kind of scroll down through its move pool. It does get access to Drain Punch, which will be, it's kind of cool if you want to run like Bulk Up Drain Punch. Gets like Fake Out, which isn't really useful. Focus Punch. Gets Grass Knot, which is cool, allowing it to hit stuff like Gastrodon, Swampert, stuff like that. But you generally would want the Ice move and HP Ice, so you can actually be a threat to like flying. So you can hit the Landos and such, Gliscor, stuff like that. Because you can have the grass move on something else like your Coco or your Raichu. It's access to like priority and quick attack, which isn't that useful. Wild Charge isn't useful. It gets access to bounce, which is cool if you want to run like a bulk up Z bounce set, but that's not going to be as effective as these two sets I'm going to talk about afterwards. Get dual, like none of these moves are really that useful. Again, it does get access to Iron Tail, which is going to be cool to actually bop Tapu Bulu, though again you have to hit, and it's also a roll, and they also have Klefki to go into to get screens up, so you got to be careful around that. And yeah, so let's talk about the first set that you're going to see most use. So Life Orb, just 4 attacks, all out attacker. Close combat is going to hit mons. I'm just going to talk about each matchup individually and like what it does, like the three big matchups that electric struggles with that Zeraora will help. So we look at Psychic. Zeraora, Life Orb, Plasma Fist is going to destroy everything in terrain, as well as Knockoff. Life Orb Knockoff is going to do 99 min to let me make sure it's going to do 99 min to the Latios. Mons like Jirachi in terrain. Does not appreciate Do they not have Plasma Fist in the calc? They do. Nice. Life Orb Plasma Fist in terrain is going to easily 2-hit KO Jirachi. Doesn't obviously want to come in on knockoff either. Stuff like Slover are obviously going to die. Mons like Gallade just straight up die to Life Orb Plasma Fist in terrain. Yeah, so this mon's like really good in that matchup. Dragon is another matchup that Electric struggles with. This alongside Coco is really good. HP Ice being able to 2-hit KO stuff like Garchomp. Lead Garchomp takes 74 to 87 from Hidden Power Ice, and then Close Combat is going to knock out Kyurem Black after Stealth Rock, or if it comes in on like a knockoff or something. Yeah, Close Combat is going to do 78 to 92, so after Stealth Rock it's a guaranteed KO on Kyurem Black. And yeah, just with like knockoff HP Ice, and Close Combat, those moves are going to be really good in the Dragon matchup. And then there's normal, where you can knock off B2 in a Close Combat. Close Combat to Chansey is going to do a crap ton. KO, 2 KOs even, even without getting rid of its Eviolite. Staraptor can't check you because you're an Electric type and you have Plasma Fist, especially in terrain. I think without terrain it probably lives, and then it could Brave Bird or U-turn for some chip damage. But yeah, it doesn't really like to switch in on you. And then yeah, just with the combination of knockoff, Close Combat, and Plasma Fist, it's a really big threat versus normal, especially because Lopunny can't even outspeed you. And Ditto kind of checks you, sorta. It just comes in, gets the Volt Absorb, and then goes from there. Though it's kind of nice that Electric now has a switch in to its own typing, because there was an issue, like not an issue, but like Electric doesn't really have switches to its own type. So strong Electric types are actually really threatening, because stuff like Rotom, Zapdos, they don't switch in on it at all. And you're boosting electric attacks with your own terrain. So opposing like Specs Coco was a big threat. So next set we have here is Choice Banded. These sets are going to kind of be the bread and butter. These are going to the sets you're going to see the most. Choice Banded is a little bit scary versus like normal, because then you have to predict around the Chansey, around the P2, around the Staraptor, and then play accordingly. But this move kind of focuses more on just spamming Choice Band Plasma Fist in terrain. As I showed you guys, Choice Banded, this wasn't even Choice Band, this was just Life Orb. I actually have a replay, hold on. And we're back. So I have this replay of this side server tournament thing where I got to use Zeraora, and this kind of shows like what Zeraora can do in this matchup. Though Matty's didn't play this that well, but you can kind of see like how much of a threat he is. So here I'm just gonna Close Combat turn 1, because I figured like he doesn't know what this thing does, so I'm just gonna kill it. And with Diggersby in, like he doesn't deal with it at all. He goes into his Ditto. I can, since this thing's coverage, I can just go out to my Zapdos and then Volt Switch afterwards. I do Pressure Psalm, and like even with Volt Zord, it doesn't matter. He's gonna run out of PP anyway. So I just Volt Switch here as it goes down to Chansey, and then I could just bring back into Zeraora. And now like with Diggersby gone, you just spam Plasma Fist. Like Choice, look at this damage. Look at this damage, 44. In terrain, this thing does like 60% to Chansey, so it can't even recover stall you. And PZ's gonna take a crap ton as well. So like this mon is like really good in that matchup. Though you do got to make some predictions if you are going to run the Choice Banded set. And again, it works similarly as the other set, though this set is just more along spamming Plasma Fist in terrain, spamming knockoff. Though the interesting thing about this set is that stuff like Megalodios, +1, you can actually 2-hit KO Megalodios after Stealth Rock. Oh whoops, is that the wrong side? Yeah, Banded Knockoff is a guaranteed 2-hit KO on Megalodios, which Megalodios is a huge threat to Electric. So and unfortunately the Life Orb set does not. The Life Orb set does not actually 2 KO, or at least it's a really low chance, and it can just recover on literally everything anyway. So that's really cool. And yeah, Iron Tail, let me actually show the Bulu Calc. The Bulu Calc, Iron Tail, Choice Band. Yeah, Iron Tail is a roll. It's in your favor, I think. I don't need rocks up. It's in your favor though, and it does guarantee KO after rock, so it's in your favor to actually KO with that. Though if they do live, you lose a massive threat to Fairy. So these are kind of the bread and butter sets you're gonna do the most. You can run Volt Switch here as well, just so you can pivot a little bit better. Though you do kind of lose that Mon that can deal with Bulu. But if you have like Fizz Def Zapdos, you're not really worried about Bulu that much anyway. So last set we have, this is just other options. It does have access to bulk up. That's going to be your main setup move if you want to go this route. You want to always run Plasma Fist. Then you can run, you always want to run some type of fighting move to help deal with normal, whether that be close combat. Drain Punch is cool because it does give you recovery to deal with normal a little bit better. So you're probably going to want close combat more of the time. And then your last move would be Knockoff if you want to run Electrium Z, or Bounce to knock out Venusaur after some prior damage, because Venusaur, max defense Venusaur with the Z bounce, put that in the calc real quick, Z bounce +1. Is that real? Yeah, that was too much damage. No, that's real? There's no way. There's no way. There's actually no way. Okay, there's no way. This is a regular Venusaur. Yeah, like there was no way Mega Venusaur is dying to that. Yeah, this is the damage I would expect to see. So Z bounce. Yeah, so Z bounce +1 does 82 to 97 to Venusaur. So after some prior damage, after Stealth Rock, it's a roll in your favor. And yeah, so Z bounce can actually knock it out. The thing is though, Venusaur isn't really used that much, and you could also pair like this set with the Alolan Z, the Nasty Plot Z Raichu set, and that will handle poison for you already. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.